not conscious in any direct sense of frequencies in sound and light. Yet without differences in frequency, there could be no speech or music, nor would there be any variations of color. Healy is a certified combination of innovation and technology that uses individually determined frequencies to stimulate specific areas of the body. Through regular use of the selected frequency, the Healy can support restoring your cell membrane tension to a natural level. Each frequency application is clearly displayed in the Healy app. Just select the one that you want and feel it. The Healy is not intended to cure, treat, or prevent disease, but rather to support energetic balance and enhance recovery, vitality, and well-being.
Welcome, Cosmic Explorers. Welcome to a live edition of Cosmic Insight. I am your co-creator with Hillis, Pugh, along with...
And I'm here, Rebecka, Gregory here with the new baby who's getting a little crazy, Cosmo here. He's my brand new Siberian Husky that I just got, and I just wanted to show everyone, but I don't think he's going to last too long. Say hi, Cosmo. You say hi to everyone? Anyway, he's going to be the mascot.
Cosmo on Cosmic Insight.
Yes, there you go. Well, I'm going to put him down real quick and let Hillis, and you can start the show. I'll be right
back. And so while Rebecka is attending to Cosmo, so everyone, thank you so much for your time, your energy that you spend to meet with us every week as we talk about life, the universe, all these amazing, beautiful things. And before we get into this week's topic, just want to thank everyone for taking the time to donate their time and energy and continuing to support us in every way just by showing up. And it's just beautiful to have you guys here. And another quick announcement. So if you guys have not already, I still have room left for my light activation class tomorrow on Well Set. So you guys can visit the link there on the screen. And it is $45 for this light body transformation activation tomorrow, where I teach you the tools and crystals that I work with, and also do this beautiful light body activation using Lemurian and Syrian energies to assist in the acceleration of the collective consciousness of this beautiful divine space of unconditional love that we are moving into. So you guys, thank you so much. And welcome back, Rebecka. Hi.
Hi, I'm back. That was a little crazy. He was doing good until we started, and then he just went crazy. So
yeah, it's okay. I mean, it's puppies. It's what puppies do. And so, I think, my little Naya is just about all of that out of that whole full puppy phase. So I'm kind of happy about that.
But we should all be more like puppies and just have fun and play and just enjoy and do what we want, right?
Yes, exactly. And so tonight, I know that we talked about it last week, but I think it's also important for us to talk about again, is the energy of gratitude, because yesterday was Thanksgiving. So how was your Thanksgiving, Rebecka?
Mine was really nice. It was very quiet. It was just my husband and I, and actually my good friend Lataya came over, and we just had a beautiful, just kind of calm, relaxing Thanksgiving. So it was just nice. So nothing, not the big family or anything like that. My family's all up north, but you know what? I really enjoyed just the piece of it, especially with the energies how the energies are right now. So it was just really nice just to kind of have not all the stress and all that. And it's so funny. People get so wound up around Thanksgiving and the stress of the family and everything that entails it, and cooking the meal and everything. And when you could just, and I know I had not just a couple people, but it was just like, I don't know. For me, it was just so easy, just like popping everything in and everything was ready and there was no chaos. And I'm like, we create so much. I guess what I'm saying is we create so much chaos around holidays and getting ourselves all stressed out for what?
Exactly. And what comes to my mind as you speak of this, you know, holidays are important.
Mhm.
It's a marker in our life, a time for us to come together as humanity, as family, as friends to celebrate. And, after my mom and my aunt passed away, holidays have never really been the same for me anyway. And so I kind of celebrate and I don't celebrate holidays at the same time. But what it brings to my mind when you say that, why? Why do we do it and why do we come together? It takes me back to when I was away for my 5 week getaway, doing plant medicine. And it really brings home the idea of community in a sense that every weekend, had to get the space ready, had to get the land ready for the next set of people that came in, and we were chopping the wood and getting water and making sure that everything was good and ready to go, and it was in that space of the preparation, and I think it's more so the preparation than the celebration.
Mhm.
The celebration is, I can relax and take it easy, but the energy that goes into the preparation is where the magic happens. That's where the
Yes.
love is. That's where all of that is. And then, in the celebration and the singing and then the dancing and then all there is, just like, cooking food and then you eating the food and then you sharing stories and this, it's about that camaraderie. It's about that space of celebration.
Yes, and you bring up a very point. That's where we are right now. It's coming together and communing with each other, and it doesn't matter if it's a small group, a large group, or however. It's like finding those places where we can come together in community to help work, help flow together
Hmm.
to create what we need to create for each other to keep ourselves out of the chaos and help each other because it's so important to have that container of community right now, of support and of community, of being together and being a stronghold for each other no matter what, with no judgment, no, uh, just, I don't even know what words to say right now. It's just, we just put so much on ourselves to try to get along or for people to like us or whatever we might do for ourselves, and it's just like the energies we're moving into right now, we don't have to do that anymore.
No.
It's like we really need to step and find the community that we can flow with to be ourselves and to be in that space, and it's an invitation for everyone out there to find that and to work into that because the world, I don't know if you noticed, Tillis, but the world is totally, since this eclipse, man, that eclipse knocked me on my ass.
Yes, which is why Rebecca wasn't here last week.
Yes, I apologize for not being on, but that eclipse did a number to me. I just, as I said, my head was, it was just, it did a number to me. You weren't really affected by it, were you?
Well, heck, I
A
was
little
on
bit,
air and I had
really?
a major download in the middle of giving someone a reading. As a matter of fact, it was
Oh,
either
that's right.
Deborah, who was it? It was
Deborah?
or Lisa or Indigo. But anyway, we figured it all out. So last week, you guys, that I know that Megan pulled cards for me after that download, but I figured out what happened. And so just a quick update to those who are watching. So if you guys missed last week's show, watch it. You'll understand what we're talking about here. Um, so in the middle of me, after the show was over and after I consulted with a couple of people, I was like, yeah, it was this major download that a bunch of us got that day. Rebecca got it knocked out. One of my friends got it. She was done. I got it, and I was like, "Wait, what just happened?" It affected me, but it was interesting that is. I tell you, I mean, ever since I've been back, the flow of energies don't are not intense.
Mhm.
I mean, I feel it, I know about it, I understand it, but it's not as intense. So there's like an ease to it now. It's like the ease and the integration as opposed to whack. You're gonna be out for a couple of days. I mean, that used to be like, oh, what is this? But not now. And so, you know, even after a week after that eclipse, isn't there like a solar eclipse coming in the next
I
couple of
think so.
months?
I can't keep track of everything anymore.
Yeah,
I
there's so
found
many
people who
celestial
really follow that, so I always the information comes to me.
yeah, there's a lot of celestial events
I
coming
think there's
through
some solar
that.
flares that have been really prominent too, if I remember correctly, some huge solar flares which really affect people.
Yeah, and so in that case, in that event, what I want to uh, really want people to be aware of in this time, if you are feeling these deepening effects, take Himalayan salt bath, at least,
Mhm.
quarter pound, half a pound of salt. I know it's a lot of salt. People only put like a teaspoon or a tablespoon of salt. No, you need a lot more salt because what the salt does, it helps to move and absorb the energies and to help get everything back in flow. But
And if
I
you don't
think,
have a bathtub, I mean, because I don't like my bathtub, so I take showers and I have salt in my and I just throw it over me as I'm shaving.
yeah, do a salt
Right,
scrub.
and
Yeah,
I salt scrub but I just literally throw it over my head so it just goes down and clears the energy, and that works as well. Hey, you know,
whatever works.
I find what works, you know me. So, but yeah,
But
it was interesting with that because I had that the night of the eclipse, I had an interesting, and I think for me, you say how you're like not feeling more. I think what I'm experiencing, and I like to share, is like I'm learning my energy is raising so much. I'm connecting more to everything that I have to experience the energy so I can learn and understand the energy
yeah,
for what I'm supposed to do. So, and I remember the night of the eclipse, I don't know what the hell happened, but I remember laying in bed and the eclipse was right over the house at the time. And I had gone outside and it was just starting, but I knew it was like 2 or 3 hours before it completed. And I looked up and it was the most amazing scene. It was like I could see in the cloud people were just talking. It was like all the elders and there was all these beings like around the whole entire eclipse. Like it was just amazing. I don't it was just
wow,
unbelievable. It was like everybody was lined up. There's a photograph somewhere or something kind of what I saw. And I remember going inside and then I went to bed and I could just feel these pulsing coming through my body, almost like pulling in and out. I've never experienced that before.
yeah,
It was huge, intense, that intensity of whatever was happening. And tell you honest truth, I've been shifting like ever since that. And so it's just like I'm in this weird and I think a lot of I'm saying this because I think a lot of people are in this weird space right now, and it's okay. Um, have you had any breakdowns this week? Because I've had a couple. And I think these things need to be talked about because a lot of people are going through stuff. So
yeah. Breakdowns. Have I had any noticeable breakdowns? Probably. If I think I have, to be honest, but it wasn't nothing that really laid me out. And I
mm,
keep iterating this because the power of plant medicine.
mhm,
It really helps to adjust in this particular time and energy. Not I should just put up a sign that says do plant medicine, right? Uh, but honestly, there have been moments where I've been just like really into the feelings of what the energies are, whether if it was me just being tired or me just being
mhm,
lightheaded or just writing enough, and then knowing that I could distract myself with a task that needed to be done, whether if I needed to send an email, if I needed to reach out to a client, or whatever it is that needed to be done, I could distract myself with that from that
yeah,
feeling. And so when I got back into the center of that, it was really understanding the flow of what's coming in,
mhm,
the messages that are coming in. And I've just been having these ideas and these thoughts of things that I have to do related to this, but I
gotcha.
haven't really allowed the time to uh, put together the light language or the poetry or things that have to be expressed in that way. It's here, it's ready. Well, not quite. It's still
It's still
cooking,
downloading. Yeah.
and so it's in that, and where we move into, it's like, okay, I know what I have to do now, and just allowing for it to manifest, or you allow yourself to receive in whichever way is best for you.
Hmm.
And I know that you talked about, and everyone else is having, it's like, oh, I had this experience, I'm just done, I'm tired. Yeah, I understand that wholeheartedly, and we're all different in that respect. But also, too, know that when these energies come in, you can speak to them, you can talk to them and say, hey, I know you're coming, but can we just, like, slow it down just a little bit, or can we do it this way, can we do it that way? you know just allow the dial of the control of the energies.
Yes. And I find too, Hillis, and I don't know if you agree or disagree, that when we get in those spaces, like example, as I said, this week has been like intense with stuff that's happened. And actually the puppy that came to me, there's a whole story behind him, but he was sent to me, and I feel he was sent to me by my father as a gift, who most of you know had passed a couple months ago. But I also believe he was here to teach me some lessons so I can move forward. And one of them is, I took him down. Did I tell you this story? Where I had my
Maybe.
breakdown? Okay. And why I'm saying this is because this is what's happening right now with the energies right now. I took the puppy down to St. Augustine, and there's this little area I walk the dogs, and I usually let Daisy off the leash, and I thought the puppy would follow him. No, not this day. The puppy decided to go in the mangroves, and if you know what mangroves are, you need a
Oh
hatchet.
yeah, you did tell me this story.
So I mean, my arms, you can't really see them; they're all scratched up. So he goes in these mangroves, and I'm sitting there, and I couldn't get him out. He's like stuck down there. I could see him, but I couldn't get to him because it was so thick. And I'm just like, what am I going to do? And all of a sudden, it just triggered me to have this total breakdown, like right there on the path in the middle of nowhere, where I realized, that I had not grieved. I mean, I had grieved my father, but my inner child, that little dad, the daddy part of me, that inner child part of me, I had not grieved or allowed to grieve. And in that moment of the loss, I thought it was losing the puppy. Like it triggered that to bring all that up. And I literally had a breakdown, like complete, like cry, just let it all go right in the middle of this right in the middle of this path. I'm going crazy. Probably everybody can hear me, and I didn't care. But it was so beautiful. And that's why I said the energies are coming, like all this oil and all this old stuff that I had not, because I look at a lot of stuff myself, but I guess it was so deep that I kind of had it in a pocket that the puppy was able to release that. So, and it was so beautiful because I was able to let go of that. And I realized, some other losses in my life. So all this loss that I had kind of stuck in a pocket in my body was released in that moment. And I'm
Yeah.
telling you this because this is happening all over the place. And people, be kind to yourself right now, because all this old stuff is coming up because it needs to come out. So you might find yourself going through these ebb and flows like deeper than before, but it's okay. Just breathe or do whatever you need to do and allow the energy to come up, and find your practices or take your baths, and don't beat yourself up or get in the, and the feeling too, Hillis, of feeling like wanting to give up or anything like that. And that's all coming up right now too, because people are breaking through to another level. And that's where you get to the point, all that oil comes out to gush out, and then you break through to the next level that you need to be at. So hang in there, people.
Yes, and I feel that this is what I'm about to say next
Hmm.
is going to be very important for people to understand. So, everyone, I want you to take this next part, listen closely, and listen intently, not only to the words, but to the sound of the voice, the frequency that uh, it's about to be transmitted, that's going to be heard. Because the reason, and here it comes, just so you know, okay, ready.
What are you
Um,
doing?
just so everyone is aware, right now on the planet, the purpose for this depth of emotional purge, the purpose for this depth of release is so that there's room.
Hmm.
So there is room for the expansion of self, which bleeds out into the collective. And when this energy bleeds out and you're able to assist, to touch another being just by your presence, knowing that you uh, assisted in the upleveling of the consciousness. And there is also applause or celebration of how far we have come now. But there is also a part that needs to go a lot further.
Mhm.
And in saying that we have to go a lot further, meaning that the collective ways, the old collective ways, are falling, which is why now there's what you view, see, witness as panic is just the opposite. It is uh, those who are really finding themselves, those who are really understanding to step into the vibrational frequency of aligning with what is for them.
Mhm.
And because this is what has to happen, for us to have this great emotional purge, and some of it may be physical, but this is what needs to happen to allow for the room of the divinity, of the divine light energy, the heart energy matrix to come in, to allow it to take root
Mhm.
and to spread, because this is what a tree does, this is what a plant does, this is what the earth does, this is what we all do, this is what the universe has been doing for quite some time. And so now that we are in this space of new growth, new opportunity, we are finding our ways through the cracks. And as we find our ways through the cracks, we follow the light, because this is how a seed is born. We follow the light to come to the surface. And when we reach the surface, we allow our beauty to be seen. So now, as we find our way through these cracks and take root, and individually and collectively, as we hold hands physically and energetically, when we come to the surface, remember to be the light, to follow the light that you have followed for so long, to then be the light for others. And so, in that, the
Thank you.
message is for you and for everyone, because we are that we are.
We are.
Yeah.
Thank you for that. That was beautiful.
Uh, you're
Oh.
welcome. It was something that was being asked to be
Mhm.
shared.
Mm.
And yeah,
Yeah.
five density energy, I tell you, it's beautiful.
It is. It is. And that's what we're moving into, if we choose that.
Yeah.
Uh, and being in the gratitude of it, and that's it. Just staying in gratitude and joy as much as you can. I know sometimes it's hard when, things happen in the world, but it's just bring yourself back to the center, and, where do you want to anchor into, and what do you want to anchor into, and let the stuff um that doesn't serve you anymore just to go away, because it doesn't serve you anymore. And to know
Yeah.
it's okay, you don't have to follow the old belief systems of everything that is, because now we're creating a whole new way of being, a whole new world, and we
Yeah.
are in control of that creation. So what do you want it to look like?
Exactly. Exactly. And just want to say good evening to those who had just joined
Yes.
us. And as we move and continue to move into this very, what I feel, powerful energy that is moving through, with, and connected to me,
Mhm.
being shared with all of you in this beautiful five density energy, this high vibration energy is what I feel. And you spoke of earlier of how do I feel when these energies come in? How do I feel? Is it intense for me, or what is it that I feel? And in this moment, this is what you're witnessing. This is how I feel. There's a calm presence, very intense. Well, no, let me rephrase. Very calming energy, but familiar, powerful energy. Not intense, but love. The highest frequency of love that you can possibly fathom, and multiply that by 100. That is the feeling right now. Where, I don't know if anyone has ever seen memes where they talk about being unbothered. This is how unbothered feels. This is how being unbothered looks. Because you're just in this space of flow and just floating and just being. And when you're in this space of being, when you are in a high density vibrational field of energy, you are unbothered. Yes, we have our worldly concerns. Yes, we have to worry about how we're going to pay our bills, or how am I going to eat, or, my transportation, how am I going to get my daily needs met? Yes. And this is what bothers us. At the root of all things, this is what truly bothers us. And I appreciate the human experience. I am so appreciative of this human experience to understand, to know, what it means to live in the physical body, to know what it means to survive in the physical body, to know what it means to have things granted to you, to have things manifest to you when you ask, when you have your wholehearted belief in that asking, or commanding what you want, commanding the energy, taking charge of the energy, being master of that energy, because we've always been taught, ask and it is given, ask you shall receive. But who are you asking to? Who are you asking for? Right? It's in that presence of commanding the energy, of taking the energy that you know is yours. This God energy, this not God-like, and I said that intently, God energy, because we are little stars of God, little people of God. And so it is in that commanding of us really understanding and how we embody this divine energy, being this vessel of energy. Yeah.
Having this human experience that we chose.
Exactly.
And also knowing too, Hillis, when you went back to the needs, and it's also now I feel another level of trust with the universe, in staying in the space that everything will be okay, even if it doesn't look like it is in this moment, that we are all taken care of at all times.
Yeah,
Maybe
may
at the
not.
moment we may not feel like it,
Yeah,
because we're in our human ego or our human experience around it, but no, the divine is always taking care of the experience that we're supposed to have. And
indeed,
sometimes those experiences are required in order for us to move into where we need to go. It's part of the puzzle.
indeed, and I feel this is also important to express, and how me doing the energy work that I do, and me just having to be present and do what I do. And so I say that in regards to, just before we got on the show tonight, not in the best of energies, because I'm in the space of being in the ebb and flow of this new energy that was downloaded last week, energies this week, and energies of today that were upgraded and linked and downloaded into this light body, into this DNA body. And so it is interesting how now this channeling, this information, this energy is now have gifted me the energy to be here, to be present, to
Mhm,
exalt to this expression that is being
mhm,
asked to be expressed from a higher space, from this fifth density space. And know as I am still speaking to you, I am on this show, I am in this 5D energy right now. And it feels amazing just to be, as the kids say, unbothered, or as I say, calm, and just, it's a peace, that is a visual, if you will. If you are um, taking a bath and there's no kids around, no one's around, and you're taking a bath, candles, aromatherapy, the perfect bath. Just imagine that feeling of peace, that
mhm.
that feeling of stillness. And that's what this is right now.
And that's so
Ultimate
important.
peace. Yeah.
It's so important right now to allow ourselves to receive that space, because we all can be in that space. It's just opening up to receive the energy of it.
And as you guys are watching and listening, this too is your space.
Yes.
Mhm. It brings me back to when we were coming up with the name for the show, and
Oh.
how and how it was the Metatron's cube, but the
Mhm.
meaning behind it, how we just took both names of the show and poof, there it
Poof,
was. And
I'm
so,
together.
yeah, and so the purpose of expressing that is to know that whatever loss that you experience, to understand the fusion of what's to come after that loss is always something much greater.
Mhm.
And I can say this wholeheartedly, that the fusion of this newness, of this ascension, this universal, this uh, solar star, the solar system ascension, because it's not just us
Mm-mm.
on the planet who's ascending, our whole entire solar system. Can you imagine all these celestial beings, everything from the sun all the way to the furthest planet,
Mhm.
ascending out simultaneously? Imagine that. Take a moment to imagine every single celestial body, stars included, stars, planets, moons, asteroids belt, everything ascending along with the humans, the animals, the
Mhm.
plants, the cells, the DNA, and other beings, such as atoms and amoebas and microbes and every other being that we cannot possibly fathom or know of their existence, that we are all ascending
Mhm.
together.
Mhm.
That's a lot of energy.
It is.
And that energy lives in you.
We are a universe inside ourselves,
Hmm. Hmm.
and be that universe of who you truly are and open up to that light of who you truly are.
Yeah. Just taking a moment to read Megan's comment. And so,
Yeah, she had a wonderful experience. I kind of caught that too.
wow. Well, thank you so much, Megan. Actually, I'm just going to pop it up here so everyone can see it. And so, what Megan is referencing to in this moment is that last week she did my light body transformation class, and I'm just going to do promotion here just so that way if you guys are interested, you guys can go to it, but it's there. Oops, I can't do both at the same time. That sucks.
You live in a multi
So
universe. Yes, you can.
Well, no, I tried. I just tried, but it's anyway. So Megan is referring to what the light body transformation that she did with me last week. And if you guys are interested, you're more than welcome to message me on social media or anyway for you to receive this activation. And it is, I understand that there are people out on the planet that are doing light body activations, none of which have access to the energy that I do or that I can. Not to toot my own horn, but it's the truth. And Megan goes on to say that to a new level of consciousness than ever before. And so she's never been able to relax her mind or body and mind in that way. And so if you guys want to have more ease into this process of this galactic, this universal ascension, see me.
Yes, yes, yes. See, you did it. There it is.
Yeah, there it is. There it is. So yeah. And I can just, and I'm being honest with everyone, I can really live in this energy. And so before we get into spirit questions, I've noticed how you've been looking at my energy, my dear.
Who?
You.
Me?
Yeah, I mean, I can like see here, like your eyes dancing a little bit over there.
Oh, I'm just taking it all in. I'm just feeling it all. It feels
Yeah,
good.
and and I guess this is what was being asked is for people to really feel. And I
Yeah.
hope you
And
guys really feel
and,
this energy that is emanating as
and
I
Hillis, you bring up a really, really super good point when exactly what you said right there, then to feel.
yeah.
And I invite everyone to really take the time within themselves and really start to feel. We haven't been taught, nobody's really been taught to feel. And when you work with people, they always get in their heads and they always want to get into the story. Everybody's so stuck on the story of what happened to them. And in the grand scheme of things, it's not about the story. It's about getting inside to feel the vibration of who you are and to allow that to speak for you, not the story. So if you're struggling with something or something's coming up, allow yourself to feel. And a lot of people don't know how to do it. Just if you need to bring the story up and then close your eyes and feel into it, because that speaks for you. That tells you what's wrong. That tells you what needs to be clear because we are all vibrational beings. And in the law of vibration and what is happening right now with, as Hillis was saying, the universe and this vibrational upgrade of everything, that is the key to make it through, is to learn your vibration and how you receive information, and that will help make it through because then you can kind of discern when stuff comes in, sit back with it and be like, okay, this is what this is right now, and kind of learn how you are functioning and navigating from another space that we've never really worked from. We have worked from before, but not consciously worked from before because we're always in the story or this and that. But to get inside your body and allow that the energetic part of you to speak for you and learning that is the key right now. I believe is the key right now.
Listen to the woman. She knows what she's talking about.
I experience it. That's why I go through all the crazy shit that happens to me is because I'm learning this. So
It's interesting in how when I step into this higher space of consciousness,
Mhm.
this 5 density energy, the words chosen, the energy that is chosen to express what needs to be expressed is of a higher space, of a higher frequency, because it has to be. Who was that?
Oh, that was my drum. It fell off. I had it on something. It fell on the floor.
The drum was speaking to you.
I
What can I
know.
say? Um, but it's even in that little moment, there's like this ebb and flow, this dip
Hmm.
of coming back down into four and then three and then back up again. It's like, whew, and to play with that energy, people, I know we've often used the analogy of a roller coaster on this show a lot, and more so frequently than
We haven't talked
usual.
about the chocolate chip cookie lately, though.
Don't even get me started. I have some vegan red velvet cookies waiting in the kitchen that just arrived today. So there.
Mm. Mm.
Me and my cookies. Um, and so I say that the term roller coaster because it's how we get to play with the energy, how we get to fall into those dips, and how we get to experience the highs. And, you know, people always want to get high, but I'm going to talk about this for a minute before we get into the spirit question because
You're
this
on a roll
is just,
tonight. You go,
huh?
Hillis. You're on a roll tonight. You just go.
So this is interesting though. This really literally just came into me as I said the word
Go
high.
ahead.
And so the reason why we look or choose for that high or to have the outer conscious or alternate conscious reality is because we want that. We want that connection. We want to be where I am in this 5D space. And then that altered space of reality, people often refer to the subconscious or superconscious energy. That's just energy that's, there, that's untapped or a void, or, people talk about how our body is doing all these things, helping us breathe and helping, all the functions of the body. It's
Mhm.
our subconscious mind. There's nothing subconscious about it. It's about the level of awareness or how high we are. Because, in altered states, in altered mind states, altered consciousness, there's many levels of awareness. And so we don't have to necessarily be aware of our body being functioning because our body is taking care of itself.
Mhm.
And so it is in this space of altered consciousness where we go through the layers of consciousness, where we
Mhm.
go to the layers of awareness of being aware of the body and of the higher mind. And so people, and you can, argue with me, whatever, I don't care. But the space of us getting high is not necessarily of us wanting to disconnect, and some may be, but it's our purpose is to really connect with something, to find something in the darkness, to find something in that depth, to find whatever that pain is, to find whatever heartache that is, to find whatever that is, and connect to that in that moment of being high, and allow us to really find what it is to us, for us to understand what it is, for us to nourish that space, to love that space. And that's what getting high is. High is for us to really love that unlovable space, the space that has been hurt, the space that has been bleeding and thriving in pain for so long.
Well, to simplify it, isn't it just detaching ourselves from what we choose in this world of pain and suffering to allow ourselves to open to the truth of who we are? Allowing
True.
ourselves to experience the truth because the truth is love. The truth is joy. The truth is fun. The truth is peace. The truth is being in your sovereignty of who you are. And people who get high are searching for that. And yet some are searching for, see the pain as well, to go through it as well. But the key is to release ourselves from the pain and suffer that so many of us choose to stay in. And that's the key. Release yourself from the pain and suffering and move into the love of who the truth of who we truly are. that we choose pain and suffering, we don't have to have it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, that's my 2 cents.
No, and
That's my 5 cents.
and I appreciate the energy of the simplification of this expression, because there are moments where I um, just express what is being expressed in the way that it has to be expressed, and there's no other way.
Hmm.
And on some level, it would touch you, touch whoever's watching, whoever's listening,
Exactly.
and so this is really interesting in how this is flowing, because I didn't expect it to flow this way. But I feel that we have to shift into, what we do and what we do best, and that is to help people, right?
Yes.
So now it's a time, if you feel so inclined, to ask your spirit questions, and especially in my 5D space, this would be really good, especially if you have questions now.
I'm feeling it.
Huh?
I'm feeling it.
Yeah. Yeah, isn't it good?
Hmm. And then you can giggle and have fun.
Yes, and Megan, I am definitely interested in if you're feeling this as well, because I know that you're in a different
Yeah,
space.
everyone, let us see your comments and stuff. I appreciate everybody coming on tonight, and Indigo, and David's there, and Deborah, and oh, just everyone is joining us. Yeah. So, how are you feeling? What's going on with you guys? Your spirit questions, and also if you want to express anything, we love to hear it.
Indeed, indeed, because in this divine moment, there is love for who you are, love for how you are. You know, we spend so much time reflecting on the functionality and the appearance of this vessel, this body, this being, that we tend to move and lose sight of that, of how to really feel into the honesty of that space. And so, as we receive our first question from our dear Miss Indigo, you
How are you
know,
feeling this weekend, to go?
oh, she responded earlier saying that she's
I haven't been following.
that she's still recovering, but she can breathe without pain. So that is really good. So thank you, and we're happy that you are feeling much better, Indigo. So thank you, and send Patty our love.
Yes.
Um, but in regards to any insight for this weekend, what is interesting, which I feel you are really connected to this conversation, is that just feel into the flow of how everything is going to unfold, because whatever plan that is there, allow that plan to just blossom like the lotus, to blossom like any flower, to allow it to blossom naturally, to step into the new space and energy. But there's no need to have any concerns or fear about what is to happen, because you are stepping into the role of your master, the role of who you really are in this space time energy. So just allow that, my dear. Allow that energy to carry you into everything you do, the mastery that you are becoming. So just be in the flow, and all will take care of itself. Rebecca.
Yeah, I asked before if something's going on because I feel like something profound really happened to Indigo this week. And in the fact it was like a huge shift within herself of something. I don't know if like she had a close encounter. I know she hasn't been feeling well, a close encounter or something. I don't know. But in saying that, exactly what you were saying, like whatever happened, and it could have been simple, and I'm just picking up. in a different way, but it's put her on a new path in a different vibration. Like I feel her vibration has changed, and it's she's unlocked something within herself that she's like been holding on so she could open, as you said, the flower. Like the flower is opening up, but whatever's been happening, this illness, that just this thing just going on, it put her there so she could unlock something within herself. But it was a close encounter. She got really, did you get really scared? It like, I feel like there was a moment she got really, really super scared. And don't say that, because this was required. This was required for you to flow into this new harmony of you. And I feel you're still moving through it. And it's still a little, they're still going like back and forth between the doubt and what's going on, but you need to stay with it. You've unlocked that, and it now needs to open and spread out. So just feel into it and breathe into it, and allow yourself to open to receive this new energy that's coming to you. Yeah.
Yeah, she says I was tested, and as you were speaking, Rebecca, what I saw visually were spirits around her.
Mhm.
Um, almost like a council, if you will.
Mhm.
And this council was to give approval for something that you've asked for, something that you've wanted since I feel you were a child. And you finally are now able to step into this space-time energy with that. And so, as we were saying, Rebecca and I, allow yourself to unfold naturally, like this flower, to step into this energy beautifully. But remember to rest in between, because I feel that rest is pivotal for now. And there's
And stop
feeling since
worrying.
I'm sorry.
Stop worrying. I'm
Yeah,
getting this heaviness in my shoulders.
yeah.
Stop worrying. I know
And
it's scary. Stop worrying. She was tested. Is that for the thing? Is that what you
yeah,
were tested for?
that was the thing, yeah.
Okay.
And so um this will be over. The feeling sensation that you are experiencing in this transformation will be over within a week. So there you go.
And I feel like too, her heart song's coming to her. Like through this experience, really open to receive the energy, because you're about to find your true heart song, or step into that.
Yeah. You
So
got
that's
this, Indigo.
you got it, sweet sister.
Who's next?
Oh, there. Wait a minute. I'm not worried. I'm over focused on this amazing experience.
So just allow yourself to relax, my dear.
Yeah. And maybe that's what I was feeling. I just felt this heaviness on my shoulder. And I always equate that to worry. So yeah. So if you're focused on the experience, just relax. Don't, not that you're resisting it, but just open to receive it. Just relax into it. Like move into it. Flow through it. Don't be like, oh my God, what's going on? What's happening now? What? Because I do that. Like, okay, relax, Becky. What?
Yeah. Oh, Colette. Hello, my
Oh,
dear. Colette was in the light body activation last week.
oh, beautiful. Maybe I'll have to join that. What time is it tomorrow, Hillis?
Was tomorrow at 1 p.m.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
That's it, Rebecca. Laugh out loud. See, I'm comic relief.
Yeah. So thank you, Colette, for showing up,
Oh,
and
yes. Thank you.
appreciate you and your energy, and so beautiful to have you here, and just for your presence, and everyone who is watching here experiencing this. I have to say this, my 5D version, this super 5D version of Hillis.
Doo, doo, doo.
I like this 5D version of me.
You
It's
like
kind
this
of fun.
5D version of D? I like Lumberjack Hillis.
Lumberjack Hillis is fun too.
Lumberjack Hillis. He's kick ass.
Yeah, Lumberjack is a kick ass. Um, But let me ask Indigo's question because I know it's late there.
Okay.
Um, so what time is it with you now? So right now it is almost 8 p.m. Eastern time. And so if you want to join tomorrow, Indigo, um, I don't have the link in the description, but I'll put it up again for you. And it is at 1 p.m. Eastern. And if you're 5 hours ahead, I think that's about 6 o'clock your time, I think. So if you want to join tomorrow, it's about 6 o'clock your time. You guys can still register if you guys are still interested in wanting to join tomorrow for this amazing Syrian Lemurian light body activation and transformation tomorrow. So yeah, it's a beautiful treat.
That's 6 p.m. here tomorrow.
Yes, and so Megan says, it's so fun to see you so zenned out. The energetics around you are definitely super potent in terms of upgrades. Yes. Thank you, Megan, for that. It's beautiful to
Mhm.
have people that are in this here witnessing and being in that space as well. And then she goes on to say we love what can you I can't talk right now.
Would you like me to take over?
Yes,
With
please.
with that, I'd love some insight. I had a lot of unsafe sensations arise in regards to the divine masculine. I have been able to transmute them somewhat, but I'd love any additional advice.
Oh. So my dear, um there is personal stuff that comes up that I will not get into on the air right now. Visuals that I am seeing around this, and so I ask that you connect with me offline so we can, if you wish to go a little bit deeper into the visions that I see as personal matters. And I feel that that will help to clear up some of this masculine energy blockages because I feel that you are definitely there's like this. So what they're showing me now is like this scale and definitely out of balance with that. But I feel that for a long time, that what I'm also being shown that you might have been also considered what they would call a tomboy growing up. That you were very masculine and that sometimes you were picked on or things like that. But that is about as personal as I'm going to get as far as that. And I feel that that has affected you now being coming back into balance with the divine energy. So continue to step into the expression of the masculine energy, no matter how it shows up for you,
Mhm.
and just allow that to be enough. Allow you to step into wanting to feel the love, to feel the safety, to feel the warmth of the divine Ra, the divine masculine energy, because Ra, the sun, is this energy, this giver of warmth and love and all the things that are in this beautiful masculine space. And like I said, let's talk offline because there's other stuff that came up that I care not to get into. Rebecca?
Yeah, Meg, I'm just seeing that first word that came to me is discernment around this, and also vulnerability came around this on allowing yourself to open and be vulnerable with what's coming and step into it. It's like everything that has been circulating around this is going to be exposed and revealed. I think there's a lot of what I want to say lies, but that's not the right word. Kind of around the energy that you've been telling yourself around masculine energy and the masculine itself, from things that had happened or whatever, that you keep locked in a container, that you keep locked, that you need to allow to just open and expose yourself to, and be vulnerable to, and knowing that you're safe now and everything's good now. It's not
Mhm.
so and stop getting in the mind around it, move into the heart around it, and to quiet the mind and just allow that energy to be raw and exposed.
Yeah.
And if you sit with someone in a safe space while you allow that to happen, or do it within yourself, but it's just time to in order to brace and take a powerful move forward around this, you really just need to look at that energy from a different point of view and allow it to be vulnerable, and allow yourself to expose yourself to the energy you're running from.
Yeah.
So you can embrace it, become allies with it, commune with it so it could come together to move forward.
Exactly. So yeah, step into it, my dear. You got it. You're all good. And it will be even better when you have walked through it.
Yes, yes.
Yes. Yes. And so, Indigo, thank you so much. I would love for you and Patty to hop on tomorrow if you guys are able to. I would just love to see your presence and possibly, uh, feel you guys. So, yes, thank you for the love and support in that. And I think that's it for spirit questions. No more questions for tonight,
No, it's
guys.
Friday night.
I know it's Friday night, but what's Friday night
Friday night.
without the what?
Yes,
Tune
they can play tune up
up.
out there. Oh, we're doing it. We're doing a tune up.
Well, it won't be Friday night if we don't do a tune up. That's why we call it
Wow.
Friday night tune.
Wow.
But
Can
you don't
I
have to
tell you
do.
what
You
showed
don't.
up at our house today?
A who? Huh?
What showed up at our house today?
Open our house today.
What showed up at our house today?
Oh.
So as you know, I live on the water and I have like ducks, and I usually have these 4 that come all the time, Fred and Ethel, and then they invite friends over for dinner all the time, and I have like 30 of them out there. But today I had a white duck show up. I'm like, what? And I'd never seen this white duck before, but I had this beautiful little white duck.
That was Donald.
I know he showed up, and I like want to take him as a pet because he's so damn cute.
I know taking Donald for a pet. You have
No,
too
he's
many
outside.
pets.
I'll feed him, but I just thought it was very interesting. Like this white duck showed up, talking about the pure energy and everything, the white animals are popping up everywhere. I saw pictures of a white deer showing up, and there was another white animal that showed up.
White
So,
pigeon, a white dove,
no, I mean, animals that aren't normally white, like a
like
deer,
rabbits.
like the white buffalo and things like that. So, it's like showing the times of this purity and this energy that's changing.
Yeah.
Anyway, I just had to share that.
Thank you for sharing.
And I'm done.
But you don't have to do sound tonight if you don't want. I could just do a meditation.
Well, if you'd like to do a meditation, you could do. Do you want me to do the drum for a couple minutes to bring everybody into the heart?
Oh, so yeah, I guess that's why the drum fell earlier, huh? It's like, hey, you're gonna use me tonight. Oh, that drum is pretty. Is that buffalo skin?
No, this is actually just a Remo. Well, not a Remo. It's just I have a deer one I made, but this is just a Remo that I bought.
Okay.
Do you want to do your meditation? I'll just have everybody close their eyes right now. I'll just do a quick, just everybody. I'm just going to do the heartbeat for a few minutes, and everybody step into the heart. The heart is where we need to be right now. The heart is where we need to create from. So just for a moment, imagine yourself around a beautiful fire with everyone together, just listening to the heartbeat of yourself and the universe. And then Hillis, go into your meditation.
Greeting, dear beautiful soul. You can continue, Rebecca.
Okay.
Yeah, you can continue. Greetings, beautiful soul. We greet you this day and every day with the love of our hearts, the love of self expression, the beingness of who we are, allowing the space to be open. As you breathe, just know and understand and breathe. Just know and understand as you're breathing in this pure positive energy, this light energy, this crystalline energy. to assist in making room and making way for this galactic, universal, solar system energy ascension. As we are part of this energy, as we, each and every single soul, and all the souls that are within us, our cells, our DNA, is a part of this energy. And collectively, we rise. Collectively, we ascend to join our heavenly brothers and sisters, our mothers and fathers, all those who've been preparing, who have made the way for us to be where we are now. Just take a deep breath in and breathing in all that energy. Breathe in the space of unconditional love and unconditional acceptance of self, of others. As we open the heart, this beautiful diamond heart energy, allowing you to feel the love of self and those around you, allowing you to support your sovereignty in all forms, to know that you are loved, you are supported in any way that you command yourself to be. Because you, each and every one of you, is a sovereign master. Every single cell in your body is a sovereign master. Yet they have directives and programs like we. But we know, we guide, we understand, we assist, and we uplift. And it is in this uplifting where we are one. Just take a deep breath in. And release, and making more room for this beautiful energy to hold within the body, to hold within the mind, to hold in the spirit. Because it is the heart, the lungs, the stomach, all organs of the body being touched and lifted as we speak in unison. As we speak in unison, not with our voice, but with our heart, with our breath. That it takes very little to move in sync, in step with each other. It is known. It is known. It is known. It is known of what needs, what is required, what is being commanded to be done. Yet, dear one, this is in your own time. Understand your timing is divine timing, not someone else's time or structural illusions or delusions or distractions. For they only cause the symptom of separation, to divide what can never fall, and that is love. And everyone just taking a nice big deep breath. Stretch out your arms and hands and legs and feet and just open your eyes and woo-hoo-hoo!
Would you?
Wow. Okay. That was amazing. Thank
you. That was cool.
Yep. So everyone, if you can join tomorrow, like Indigo, on the light activation tomorrow, that'd be amazing. If not, we will see you next week.
Next week.
Yeah, there's some stuff happening. We're moving in really beautiful directions with everything that's happening. So keep moving, keep doing what needs to be done. And until next week, everyone, keep exploring.
Keep exploring, you cosmic explorers. Thank you so much for everything. Mwah.
Till next week, everyone. Bye for now.